Cicada class 上课喽！我真的觉得你们投票说 Teacher Sue 要做这个的动作当我的那个 video 的开头，会不会以后 regret 啊 ？Okay, do you guys know what regret means? So if I said, oh gosh, I'm going to regret this later on, okay, this sentence means that, oh my god, 我是不是以后会后悔啊？如果影片传出去的话，那我整个形象岂不是都整个破灭了吗？啊，我不能想象。All right, even though I'm doing the throwing up, like, you know, face, I am still your prettiest teacher, Teacher Sue. Okay, so today is December 18th. Today is December 18th, and today's a Monday. All right, so we're getting toward the end of the year, and we're wrapping up another lesson in our English chess book. And I told you guys that we will have a test on Friday. Yes, please be prepared for the test on Friday, okay? So you need to go over the vocabulary words, the grammar patterns, and then also the spotlight reading book vocabulary and 文法 as well. So let's get to it. Today's lesson is going to be very fast because 我今天会介绍新单元哦 OK 就是我刚才讲的我们还有一个单元要学习在我们的 English chess book. So we will go to that, and then before that we will talk about the workbook. 然后在新的 lesson, 然后在 spotlight reading. OK, 今天 spotlight reading book 你们要在家里自己完成那个就是那个16题的选择题. Alright, so let's get started. On Friday's class, we finished the student book. Okay, so I'm going to go directly to the workbook this time. Okay, to begin our lesson, let's go to English Chess Workbook, page 27. English Chess Workbook, page 27. And we will do G and H together. Well, at least I will say some of the answers in this video. OK, 那你们翻到27页之后，这个 section G 呀，就是我之前在上课的时候有讲过，就是3种不同的方法讲一模一样的意思。那你会想说，那为什么要学？就学一种啊。All right, 因为这一种类的句子可能都会 show up， 不管是在你在念那个文章的时候啊，念故事书的时候。或者是 spotlight reading book 的那种短的那种段落，有可能会出现，所以 Teacher Sue 想要你每一个方法都知道。那如果你习惯写一种方法，那你就可以习惯一种方法，没关系。可是我还是要跟你们讲说，3种方法都知道比较好。All right, so section G, let's look at the box together. So it says, I was reading a book when you called. So like I said before in class, if you put when in the middle, you do not need a comma, okay? So this sentence means, okay, so literally I said, 当你打电话给我时，我正在念书，念一本书, okay? That's what the sentence means. Okay, another way of saying it, when I put when at the beginning, goes like this. When you called me, comma, I was reading a book. Okay, 那之前在教室里面有人说，那我真的不知道 comma 都放哪里，我都会乱放。那 you can kind of tell actually, when you called me, 它有个顿点啊。Okay, 那也是结束一个 action 的时候。When you called me, comma, I was reading a book. All right, that's how you tell where to put the comma. Okay, the second one is you called me while I was reading a book. 也一样意思啊 OK, 当我在念书的时候，你打电话给我了。All right, another way of saying it is putting while at the beginning. So it goes like this. While I was reading a book, comma, you called me. Okay, so let's take a look at number 1. Okay, we can do number 1 together. and then you do number 2 and 3 by yourself. Okay, so number 1 goes like this. I was getting dressed when the telephone rang. So what does this mean? Okay, so 当电话来临的时候，我正在穿衣服。Okay, so A, the first way of saying it would be the rang while I was getting dressed. Okay, that's the first way. B, so when you put when at the beginning, that means that you need a comma in the middle, right? When the telephone rang, comma, I was getting dressed. Okay. C, another way of saying it, while at the beginning. Okay. While I was getting dressed. 或者你也可以写说 while the telephone rang, I was getting dressed. Or you can say while I was getting dressed, the telephone rang. Okay? So I'm going to show you what my whiteboard looks like. 那你们上次说 Teacher Sue, 我暂停就好啦。OK, 那很好啊。那表示你有看我的 video 啊。那如果你都没有看，那你就不会得知这些答案。Okay, so this is what I have for number 1. All right, so on page 27, it should look like this. All right, the telephone rang while I was getting dressed. For B, when the telephone rang, comma, I was getting dressed. While I was getting dressed, comma, the telephone rang. I forgot to put a circle here. Okay? So what I want you to do is try number 2 and number 3. So number 2 is when Adam was locking up his bike, he was not paying attention. 所以你要怎么把它写出3种不同的方法呢？ Okay, so you can pause the video and then do it right now. Number 3, Julia was snowboarding when she broke her arm. Again, 3种不同的方法写同一个意思。So try 2 and 3 by yourself. After you're done with that, then Section H is your own opinion, which is really good because everybody would have a different answer. 所以 teacher 是要跟你说，你用过一次的答案不能重复用哦。OK， 我的意思是说，你不可以每一个都说 I was playing, I was playing, I was sleeping, I was sleeping. Okay, you can't do that. Everyone has to be different. Every one of your answers has to be different. It can't repeat. Okay, so I want to go over the questions. What the questions mean. So number 1, what were you doing at 8 o'clock this morning? So if I were to answer this question, this is the truth. 我没有在就是骗人，这是诚实的。Okay, I was sleeping in my bed at 8 o'clock this morning. So the full sentence would be, I was sleeping in my bed at 8 o'clock this morning. Okay, teacher Sue doesn't like to wake up early. I think waking up early is, I hate it. Okay. Number 2, what were you doing at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon? Okay. 下午3点有很多事情可以做。Alright, so I'm interested in hearing your answers. Number 3, what were you doing at 9 o'clock last night? What were you doing at 9 o'clock last night? For me, I was watching Korean dramas. I was watching Korean dramas. Number 4, what were you doing at 6 o'clock on Sunday evening? What were you doing at 6 o'clock on Sunday evening? OK, 请你完整的句子回答这个问题哟，不要偷懒，小朋友们。So on Wednesday, I'm going to collect your workbooks and then check over the 4 pages that you did for this lesson. Okay? Again, I'm going to repeat myself. On Wednesday, I'm going to collect all of your workbooks and then correct your workbooks. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, we are going to go to a new lesson. Okay? 你想说，哎，怎么这么快啊什么的 啊，确实我们最后的这几个礼拜要动作快一点啊，因为学期也快结束了。然后很多我们6年级的有8个人 ，Ashley 说有8个人，1月初不会来，那你整个1个礼拜几乎都没有上课哎，所以 Teacher Sue 就是怕你们没有听到这个 lesson， 所以我要提早一点点，就是介绍这个 lesson。So everybody open up your student book to page 44. Open up your student book to page 44. And you're gonna like this one because 我们现在不是在讲形态的文法了，我们现在在介绍连接词 transition words, OK 连接词，比如说 how do you use so, how do you use because, and how do you use if。所以这个最后一个单元就在讲说 so, because 跟 if。OK， 那这些有6个单字跟这个文法搭配着。So let's say it together. So everybody say gave a speech. Gave a speech. Ripped his jeans. Ripped his jeans. Failed a test. Failed a test. Passed a test. Passed a test. Spilled juice. Spilled juice. In a hurry. In a hurry. So, gave a speech. What does this mean? I like to think of it as like, OK, 图片应该也看得出来，他就在演讲嘛。所以你们下个学期我们就有演讲比赛咯 OK, this is next semester. OK, ripped his jeans. 你如果仔细看的话，他的牛仔裤破了。然后 Teacher Sue 不得不说，现在啊真的流行破牛仔裤，买越破越多越好。所以常常你都会被那个什么 grandma grandpa 啊，就自己的 grandma grandpa 就说你干嘛要买破的 ripped jeans 好丑哦，感觉很没有钱。其实这个是 fashion OK， 这个是那个就是很 trendy， 就是很 popular 的一个 style。 Alright, failed a test. Failed the test. So if you look at the picture closely, F means fail, of course. 所以英文没有什么 E 呀、什么 G 呀、F 就已经是最低的。OK, A, B, C, D, and F. That's it. All right. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, F. Yeah. I said it right. Okay. So the next one, pass the test. So look at it closely. Pass the test 就是你通过了考试，不是因为你拿100哦，不是等于100分的意思哦，就 pass the test 就是你通过的意思。All right, and then number 5, spilled juice. You can tell from the picture like the orange juice is completely spilled on the table. Okay, and then number 6, in a hurry. In a hurry. Teacher Sue's always in a hurry to get to her new class. Okay, Teacher Sue's always in a hurry to get to her next class. I mean, not new class, next class. All right, so let's look at section B together. All right. Section B questions. Okay, number 1 goes like this. How was Emma? She was happy because she passed the test. Okay, so Emma 怎么了？他很开心，因为他通过了考试。对啊 ，Alright， 而且这个句子是用 past tense 哦，因为你的问题是 past tense， 那你也已经写过考卷了，所以一定是会用 past tense。OK， 你想想看那个 logic， 那个逻辑。Alright, number 2, how was Zach? He has the flu, so he should stay in bed. OK, Zach 怎么了？所以他有流感，所以他待在床上。OK， 所以这个就是 you can't use he was flu。OK， 他拥有了，他有了，得了这个 flu， 所以 you have to use has。He has the flu, so he should stay in bed. OK， 如果我的版本跟你的课本的版本不一样，那你在上课的时候要跟我讲哦，因为 Teacher Sue 的这个书可能5-6年前的版本，我怕跟你们课本里面的版本不一样， so you have to tell me. All right, so let's look at the yellow box together. She was happy because she passed the test. OK， 怎么用 because I think 你们通通都会还蛮 easy to use because 因为你们常常用这个。She passed the test, so she was happy. Alright， 她通过了考试，所以她很开心。Alright, so I'm going to go over this again on Wednesday. So if you're not clear about it, then it's okay. You can ask me on Wednesday. I'm going to move on to page 45 in your student book, talking about Katie and Eric. Let's say it together. How was Max? He's having a bad day. What happened? His goldfish died because his brother forgot to feed it. That's very sad. He also ripped his new jacket because he was in a hurry this morning. Then he failed his math test. He failed the math test? He always gets A's in math. He forgot to study because he was helping his mother. I want to help him. Me too. Let's make a card for him. Alright, 所以一系列的 Eric 倒霉的一天 Okay, so first, I have to do this. Died, okay? Then do I have a jacket? No, I don't have a jacket. His jacket ripped, okay? Then later, he failed his test. Boo, got enough, okay? So his friends are making a card for him to make him feel better. Do you think making a card for him will really make him feel better? 如果换成是你觉得你会开心吗？如果你朋友知道，比如说你的宠物死掉了，然后之后你又数学考试考不好，然后又可能你的新的衣服，妈妈帮你买的新的衣服破了，然后你的朋友得知这些消息，然后帮你就是写一个鼓励卡或者什么，你们会开心吗？For me, I think I will be happy. I will be happy. At least they care about my life, I think. 不过我觉得我会更开心的时候是他直接买一个新的给我，新的衣服给我，那我就会超开心的。不用讲了，卡片都不用 ，no cards, just give me the new jacket or new shirt or something that I ripped. 那考卷那就没有办法，那就是可能你自己准备不好或者怎么样，或者是懒惰，不想要多念点书之类的。Alright， 那 pets 有时候也是这样子，就是 pets if you find out like somebody's pet died, you usually say like, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. 因为现在的人养 pet 啊，就好像是他们的 family member， 所以你也不可以随便乱讲说，哦，那也还好吧，这样子是非常 insensitive， 就是很不敏感。Alright， 现在很多人都对宠物非常的有爱心 and then they treat it like it's their family member, like it's their brother or it's their sister, but it's their dog, you know? So 这个也要注意，就是要帮他，就是安慰他说，哦 it's okay, he or she has had a good life, like that. Alright? So section D. So what I want you to do is fill in the words by yourself. But first, before we do that, let's look at the words together. All right, everybody, let's say it together. Failed. Because. Jacket. Upset. Card. So. Ripped. Forgot. Hurry. And bad. Okay, so take these words and please fill them in. 我礼拜三会来检查你的本本，看你有没有写进去哦。要做。We are done with the reading for page 45, and what I want you to do is, on top of page 45, I need you to write one question and one answer. So I'm going to say the question right now. So if you watch my video, you should know what to do. And don't share with others. OK? 你为什么要让别人那么简单拿到卡？你有看影片，他可能没有，所以你不要告诉其他人。OK? You're doing the work for them. Don't do that. Okay, so on top of page 45, on top here, please write, how was Angela? She was sad because she ripped her jeans. Okay, I'm only going to say it once, and if you write down the question and answer, you'll get 2 cards from me. Now that we're done with the student book, I said that we're going to move on to the Spotlight Reading book, okay? Everybody turn to page 56 in your Spotlight Reading book. 56. 那我稍微要复习一下说我们 Unit 7的单元的文法 OK Do and does 什么时候用 do 呢 OK So let's go I do You do We do You do They do OK 什么时候用 does 呢或 doesn't OK He does, she does, it does, all right, or doesn't, all right? 就这个一定是要在 your brain, inside your brain, okay? This is forever like that. 所以 Teacher Sue 要强调的是最下面的部分，就是这个就是用 do 跟 does 用于一般动词的省略句 ，OK？ 就是说我也做。然后 Jason 也一起做 ，all right， 所以我要你看看这个 formula， 一般动词肯定 and 加主词加 do does comma to， 一般动词否定 comma and 加动词加 don't doesn't either，OK， 那你看看右边用 but 表示相反的句意时，一般动词肯定 comma 加 but 加主词加 don't 或 doesn't， 一般动词否定 comma 加 but 加主词加 do 或 doesn't。OK， 我们看看例句可能会比较清楚，因为我刚才这样讲的 formula， 你可能就What did Teacher Sue say? All right, I play baseball, and Jason does too. That means that we both do it. Okay. Number 2, they don't play video games, but Tim does. 就是一反一正嘛。Okay. 他们不玩，他们不打电动，可是 Tom 会啊。Number 3, I don't like cats, and Bob doesn't either. That means we both don't like it. We both don't like it. Okay. So what I want you to do for homework is please do 58, 59, and 60. 58, 59, and 60. 你们一定要做完哦，上课之前就要做完，不然我们之后没有办法交换改。那交换改这样子就，如果很多人没有做的话，就非常的不好啊。Like how will we do it if nobody has it done? So your homework is please do 58, 59, and 60. 一定要完成哦，一定要完成 before class. We are done with the Spotlight Reading book right now. I'm not going to have a trivial question for you today, but what I am going to ask you is, since this week it's all very, very cold weather, okay, I'm going to teach you and ask you how to say this in English, okay? 就是我们这个礼拜都是天气还蛮不好的，就很冷啊。Alright, 所以很多人可能已经开始带暖暖包出来了嘛，对不对？去学校。How do I say 暖暖包 in English? 哈哈，生活英文哦，很有用的。暖暖包 ，OK? How do I say? 你有没有注意看 Teacher Sue 穿了2件这个？其实这是发热衣，我今天穿了2件发热衣。OK? How do I say 发热衣 in English too? 很生活化吧 OK 天气冷了都会穿 Alright, so these two, please go look it up and then tell me on Wednesday in class. 那 Teacher Sue 怎么可能忘记分享说我这个礼拜有去吃了什么呢 Alright, so I'm going to share with you what I ate outside at a night market and hopefully you guys will like it too. And after watching the eating video, I am also going to ask you a few questions to see if you know how to say it in English, because I asked some eating questions in the eating video. So there are a lot of questions that I can ask you. Aha! All right, so for now, this is your prettiest teacher. I will see you on Wednesday and enjoy the eating video. Bye-bye. Girl, I'm going to show you what I'm going to have tonight for dinner. And I think this is very special in Taiwan. 就是你会在路边摊，然后看到那种铁板牛排或猪排或鸡排。其实在美国不会有这种东西哦。OK， 我先跟你们说，美国不会这样子做牛排。美国人都喜欢在他们的后院煎牛排，不然就是牛排馆吃牛排。不会在路边像你看到的像这样子铁板猪肉或者是铁板牛肉。So I'm going to introduce to you what I'm eating today. So this is 猪排. Now you can look it up on how to say it in English. So with the 猪排, I have a 生的蛋 looks like 就是生的蛋。那你也可以去查一下说生的蛋到底英文怎么讲呢 Okay, then I have some noodles to go with it too. Okay. I am going to try it out. I'm going to try the food out. So you're going to see me cut. Hopefully, it'll be all good. 好看哦。Oh, this is soft. Very, very good. Oh my god, delicious. 好软哦。Another piece. So I'm gonna switch to the other one and let you see what this is. 这个是牛排，它比较小块，这是很厚牛排。So please look it up on how to say this in English. Okay, here I go. Okay, but I think this has more flavor. This has less flavor. Okay, so I'm going to try to finish these two, and then I will see you guys on Wednesday. And yes, 这是我的很大的晚餐。All right, bye bye.